gotta get everybody else hooked up. Hey! The dogs think that actual people are here. Hey! Dogs. All right. We are attempting to go live on 4 platforms at the same time. I know there are like third-party streaming services that you can use as a creator, but not, well, maybe someone can hook me up here. None of them that I am aware of. Maybe you guys tell me wrong. Is there a service that I can pay for that I can go live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram through one service? I don't think there is. I've looked, I've researched, so I have literally 4 devices. I have a laptop, an iPad, and 2 iPhones. So if I'm not looking at you, I apologize. So I am here just doing a Q&A. It's been a while. I think it's been since before the holidays that we have hung out together live. And I am just here to answer any questions you guys have. Right now, what's kind of full in my inbox on all platforms are questions about my content creator coaching, right? But that is certainly not what we need to talk about. If you have questions about anything that, you know, whether it's coaching, whether we're talking about travel, or, you know, I did my videos about us going to Costa Rica and how I don't do birthday and Christmas presents for my family. Instead, we combine those budgets and go on vacation. Anyways. Whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever you guys want to chat about, all right? Thank you all for being here. We're getting some people on. This is my first time going live on YouTube in a very, very, very long time. Welcome, YouTube. Glad to have you here. Also, excuse me, if you would love to support me, I would love if you would go over to YouTube and follow me on YouTube. Here's why. Last year, I sold my food blog, and part of that sale meant I had to sell that YouTube channel that I had built up for ages and ages and years and years. So I started from scratch last year on YouTube, and I am starting and rebuilding. I think I've got like, I don't know, 425 followers. Anyways, I would like to get to those 1,000 followers on YouTube, get those watch hour requirements so that I can get monetized on YouTube as well. So I think my handle on YouTube, everywhere else is at the Carole Jones, but it wasn't available on YouTube, so it's at the Carole Jones YT YouTube, right? So if you're YouTubers, I would appreciate you jumping over there and following me there. Awesome. So if you have questions, hop into the comments and let me know you're there. Let me know what you want to find out about. Hello, glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Love that you are all here. Okay, I do have some questions that I pulled out of my stories. Excuse me while I swipe over you. Facebook, making sure. Hello guys, so glad you guys are here. Hey Jess, hey Laura, hey Pam Hess, how's Marshall? Is it cold? It's like 70 degrees here in Arizona. No, that's like 65. So, all right, let's get into it. Which country are you from? From Indonesia. So I am United States based. I live in Arizona, and that's as detailed as I'm going to get. So yeah, I'm in Arizona. We lived for almost 18 years in Minnesota. We moved to Arizona 3.5 years ago. I can't believe it's been that long. That is just crazy. Are live viewers having a hard time with the audio? I hope not. Is that any better, Lisa? Can you hear me? Sorry, apparently Facebook is having trouble with the audio. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I'm sorry, Facebook, if you can't hear me. Not really sure how I can fix that live. All right, so I have some questions that people asked me in my stories a few days ago. Lisa, let me know if you can hear me. I'm just going to write in here. Again, if you know of a platform, a service that I can do all 4 at the same time, it would be really, really nice. All right, so questions. So one of the questions that I get over and over again from people who are looking to become content creators is, how do I start? Hey, Jonathan. How do I start? Okay. Good. I'm glad you can hear me, Lisa. In fact, last week I created a video because I get that question so often. A lot of the clients that I work with in my coaching side of my business are brand new to content creation. So that is the question I get over and over again. So I made a video, right? And this is my biggest piece of advice. You need to be on all 5 social media platforms if you are a brand new content creator and looking to start, looking to grow, looking to create money from your content. You need to be on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and what am I missing? Oh, TikTok, wherever you are, TikTok. Why? Because your audience is on all of those platforms, okay? And you want to meet your audience on their favorite platform, okay? Oh, Jonathan, you moved on me. So if like, let's say 10% of your audience lives on Facebook, they want to hear from you, but then like 25% are over on YouTube, right? Meet your audience where they are at. Yeah. And here's the thing. I always get, does that mean I need to create 5 different pieces of content? No, absolutely not. You create 1 piece of content and then publish that absolutely everywhere, okay? Questions you can hear. Why, hello, Alex. Who else is here? Oh, somebody's from Minnesota and now in Arizona too. People ask me all the time, which would you rather take, the super, super cold or the super, super hot? And when I first moved to Arizona, I would have told you I really liked the super, super cold better. I don't believe that. Nope. I will take the super, super hot. I get so cold so easily right now, and I always say that my inner Minnesotan is so disappointed in me because it's like 38 degrees and I am outside for literally like just a few hours and I'm like freezing. In Minnesota, it's not uncommon to be negative 38 degrees. Again, my inner Minnesotan would be so disappointed in me. But yes, it's hot in the summertime, so you try to get out early in the morning. I prefer early in the morning because even after the sun goes down and it's late at night, all that heat is emanating up from the pavement. I live by a farm, by the farm fields and all that. So yeah, perfect. Questions. Guys, jump in the comments. Let me know what you have. I have questions, or I have questions ready that other people put in, but I'd really like to see what you guys want to hear. Any tips on getting comfortable talking to the camera? That is one of the questions that somebody posted in my stories. Like everything in life, the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And there's just no other way around that. So if you want to become a content creator, yes, you definitely need to be talking to the camera. Can you create other type of content? Yes. Can you do so quickly and effectively? Not really. My opinion. So talk to the camera, practice it. Do you have to publish it? No, but put the camera out, practice a little bit. And here's the other thing. The first stuff that you put out there is probably going to be pretty bad. All you got to do is scroll back in my content and see, right? That's okay. Every one you get better. Even now, all these years later, I learn something from every single piece of content that I publish. Things that I want to keep, things that I either never want to do again or do slightly different. Part of what I do as a content creator is I take the time to kind of look through my analytics, look through kind of how I feel about content after I publish it, and decide, geez, what would I do differently? What would I keep? Is this style, this topic worth repeating? Going to the comments, looking at what people like. So practice it, get comfortable being on camera, and then get comfortable talking to the camera. You are going to stumble over and over and over again. I shot a really quick video that I published earlier today. I think it took me a good 20 stumbling over my words. That's okay, that's what editing is for. But about this time last year, I had a client who was talking about how she's frustrated because she can never shoot her videos as polished as I do. I'm like, what are you talking about? That all gets edited out, right? I can't tell you how often I stumble. In fact, I created a video just for her that day. And all I did was take probably 25% of the mistakes I made from the video I posted the day before and put them in a piece of content. And you see me getting more frustrated and more frustrated and more frustrated as the words I want to come out of my mouth are not coming out of my mouth, okay? Editing, it's a beautiful thing. So, and my favorite part of that video in particular, I finally said what I wanted to say in the way that I was happy with, but the last 3 words, I think it was my dishwasher, no, I think it was my dryer, goes off. I'm like, oh my gosh, so I had to shoot it again. So, all right, other questions? guys, it doesn't have to be about content creation, certainly can be. I am sorry, Facebook, that you cannot hear me. I don't know why. My microphone's on. I just don't have the time to troubleshoot it right this minute. Hey, thank you guys for being here. Again, I've got, if you're new here, 4 platforms. So if I'm not looking at your camera, I apologize. I will try to get you in here. I'm just scrolling, making sure I haven't missed any questions. Hey, YouTube. All right, so let's see. I'm going to do something that's not... Oh, a lot of people want a link to the vacation home that we're staying at when we go to Costa Rica. And that is coming. But for safety reasons, I am not going to share the details on the house. I'm not going to share the details of our trip to Costa Rica until after we get back. I think you can understand why, right? But it is coming. If you want the link to that house, it is a killer, amazing vacation home. Well, I'm assuming it looks amazing on the video, right? I will share those in the videos that I will be publishing after the fact. Another question I get about our trip to Costa Rica is, are you going to share like the details of how much everything costs? Because I did that last year when we went to Alaska. And I am more than happy to share that information as well. I'm an open book, if you don't know that about me. So after we get back, I'm going to share videos from our trip, as well as make videos about how much everything costs and my cost savings and points and all that kind of stuff, right? So yes, all that is coming. Oh, awesome. I have a, oops, cancel. I have a ADHD buddy over here. Hey, I'll talk about ADHD if that's what you guys want to talk about. Again, open book, anything you guys want to talk about, I am happy to talk about. Can you describe some of the stuff that you will go over in your course? Great question, Tara. I'm not sure, Tara, are you signed up? I can't remember. I had a video go viral on Facebook past couple days. I have literally spent the past 2 days in my DMs and comments, messaging, talking, chatting with people. And I'm starting my next group session, my next small group session for coaching is beginning February 3rd. That filled. So I had to make a decision if I wanted to start another one. So yes, I'm going to start a second group session. What is it? February, I wrote it down so I would remember. February 11th. What are some of the things I'm going to go over with in my, it's not a course, it's coaching. If you do one-on-one coaching with me, which people always want to know prices. If you work with me one-on-one with coaching, it's $129 a week, okay, for one-on-one coaching. And we go over whatever it is you need to know. I have you take it, there's an intake survey that I have all my new coaching clients take so that I know what it is that your goals are, what you need. So once you have done that, I customize the curriculum to what you need. If you are doing the small group coaching, and those groups max out at 10, because I want to make sure that everybody has enough time for getting their questions asked, that you guys are getting the love that you need. If I do 20, 30, 40 people, that just can't happen. So that's why I opened a second session a week later. We're going to see how that goes. So in a small group setting, it starts just, with the basics, because a lot of my brand new content creators love that group setting. And we talk about the 3 pillars of content creation that really connect and work well in 2025. We go into, some very basic, I won't say very basic, but I have 6 different styles of content that work. And when I say work, means that they are easy to create. They get great engagement and they help you grow, because as a new content creator, that is definitely one of the focuses that you need. Let's see, what else do we cover in the group coaching? It's been a while since I've done a group. So we do all the things. We talk about SEO, search engine optimization. If you don't know this, TikTok is, what's my stat for my class? 40% of Americans go to TikTok as their first search engine of choice over Google, which as a 52-year-old woman is just crazy to me. So SEO SEO is a massive part of social media, search engine optimization. How do you optimize your content so that when somebody puts something into search, you come up as a result. And that is true definitely on TikTok and more and more and more on Instagram. So we talk about search engine optimization. We talk about things like hashtags, of course, and trending audios and all these things that, here's the key, a little insider secret. If a platform has a feature like lives, they want you to use those features, okay? They want you to do, they've put money, they put time, they put resources into them, use their features, right? Anyways, that's not all that we cover, but that's just off the top of my head. That's probably the first few weeks, right? Just know that by the time you are done through either group or one-on-one, you know everything you need to know to be making money, right? And that's what people want. They want to know how to monetize. We're going to talk about how to monetize both through platforms as well as brand deals and, affiliate work or digital products, physical products. There's a million. I have 10 different income streams. There's so many ways that you can monetize your content, even at the beginning stages. Yes, if you want to get paid by TikTok, if you want to get paid by Instagram, Facebook, YouTube for views, you have to build up your following. On YouTube, you have to build up your watch hours, okay? But there are so many other options before you reach that milestone to make money. So we're going to go through those as well, Tara. Great question. All right, I was focusing on that for way too long. I'm sorry. When I get kind of in coaching mode, that's where I go to. Let me scroll through here, make sure I haven't missed anything. Why, hello, TikTok. Even tips for setting up a new bio. Hey, Jen, how are you, my friend? I miss you. Jen's one of my previous clients, and there's some, I love all my clients, but there are some that just get you in the heart. Jen, I think me and you need to go on vacation together is what I decided the other day. Let's see what else I missed. And again, if you're just joining me, I literally have 4 different devices because I'm going live on 4 different platforms. So, yep, Jen, you pick the place, me and you, we're going. Oh, thank you guys for the love. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the gifts. You guys are amazing. All right. Penny, I am sorry that you can't hear. I wish, let me type. Audio. All right, so I had a question as, how do you sign up to work with me? I'm going to use a phrase that I hate using. Go to the link in my bio. I hate that phrase, or the link in my profile. Or you can message me or whatever, and there's a sign up there. I am currently full with my one-on-one clients, but I have one client who is finishing up next week, our last session together. Cindy, are you on? Hers is next week, so I will have one more opening. And my next group session, that starts on February 3rd, filled up very quickly yesterday. So I created a second one that begins February 11th. So that's a Tuesday, and we're going to do it in the evening. Got to get this time right. It's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern, which makes that 5 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Pacific, if that helps. Anyways, so you can sign up through there. You can message me. Hey, Cindy, you're here. Cindy, I'm going to miss you too. Aw, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, so there is another group session that I opened up. I have never managed 2 small group coaching things at the same time. So I'm a little nervous. Mainly, I know, Suzette, I'm sorry you can't hear. I don't know why. I wonder maybe if it's a setting that you have on your phone that you're not connecting to, because some people on Facebook are hearing me. So, all right, Instagram. Make sure I haven't any other questions. So worth it. Appreciate it, Jen. All right, so no, you cannot join my live video. I'm so sorry. Can you imagine, if I just opened up a random person's request to join on my live? No, thank you. How much is my trip going to cost to Costa Rica? I mentioned this already. I'm going to share that. Don't worry, it's all coming. Y'all are gonna be mad at me, but I don't believe you. Whatever. How much is it to work with me? I mentioned this earlier as well. $129 a week for one-on-one, $59 a week for the group option. All right, so this is the other question I get. How do I make money? How is me being a full-time content creator, how do I actually get like paid? Usually when somebody asks me that, it's because they want to know specifically like how the platforms pay me. So each platform is different. Each platform has different requirements to monetize, to get paid for views, all right? For TikTok, you have to have 10,000 followers, and you have to, enroll in their program. You don't have to wait. Well, that's not true. You do get invited, but all you really have to do is get those 10,000 followers. YouTube, or no, try that again. TikTok only pays for videos that are over a minute long, are watched from the For You page. They can't be from the following page. I don't get paid for any views that, like if you go into my profile and start, just totally watching all my videos, I don't get paid for that. And then, what am I missing? I'm missing something else. Man. Oh, and no repeat views. Like, so if you watch my video 5 times, I only get paid for that first view. All right, so I'm just using TikTok as that example. Everyone is slightly different. But the way that it works, there's something called RPM, and that tells you how much per 1,000 views you're going to make from somebody watching your content, right? Back even just a year ago, TikTok was paying significantly higher RPMs. They've gotten a lot lower recently. Maybe, I'm not sure. I kind of have a feeling that it might be account specific as well. So it just depends. This time last year, I was making anywhere, if this makes you uncomfortable talking money, I'm sorry, anywhere from, $2,000 to $18,000 a month from TikTok alone on views, okay? That wasn't like, I wasn't making 18 grand a month on TikTok every single time. But that's what was possible if you had like a video or specifically a series of videos that went viral. And last year for me trying on dresses for my son's wedding and me making my son's wedding cake, little DIY wedding cake, they did really, really well. I made a lot of money on TikTok. Other platforms are different. So when I make money, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, I have a small business. I have an LLC. I provide them my tax information, and then they pay me once a month. It's simple as that, right? It's an it's not a check. It's, I think PayPal, I can't remember. It's an electronic payment, right? And it goes directly into my bank. What equipment do I need? Tara asks, what equipment for filming will I need to start content? Here's the best thing. All you need, if you have a cell phone with a decent camera, that is all you need. Well, in a window. You don't need, now I have a tripod. You don't need a tripod. You can use a stack of books. I use that all the time. You don't need a fancy light. You don't need a ring. Now, unless you're gonna be like shooting at nighttime all the time, if you have a window, I'm in Arizona, so I have sun. I'm not even like facing window. Look at like my face. What happened? Can you even see when I turn this way? Like just face towards a window and shoot. That's all you got to do. You don't need special editing software. Use TikTok/CapCut. Yes, I still believe with my whole heart that they are not going anywhere. If they do, somebody else is going to come along to replace them. You can certainly use the free version of Canva as a video editing software though. Not my favorite. Sarah, I am so sorry that you can barely hear me. That is definitely never a problem for me. I taught group fitness for many years when we lived back in Minnesota. And every once in a while, we'd have sound problems. And I was known as the only group fitness instructor that people could hear with the blaring music because that's how loud I am, naturally. So, okay, guys, I'm sorry if you have asked a question and I haven't seen it. If you have, feel free to put it in again. I'm trying to scroll back, but once I start talking and get in my vibe, I kind of struggle with that. All right, other questions? Let's see. We already talked about that. Somebody asked why I wasn't on YouTube. I am on YouTube. I had to sell my initial channel. I am building a new one. I'm only like at 425 followers, so I would love it. Love you all if you will give me a follow over on YouTube. I guess it's a subscription. My 7-year-old mom, they're not followers on YouTube. They're subscribers. So at the Carole Jones YT is my YouTube handle. And I'm doesn't matter. All right, so let's see. Oh, somebody asked me, is my coaching just like there's a thing where I can like purchase a course and then resell it under my name? No. Everything that I do, whether it's a video, whether it's a live, whether it's a digital product, whether it's a coaching thing, is original. It is something I have created. It is something that I have worked hard at. I am not riding on the back of anybody else. And I think that is what makes me different than everybody else. Not everybody else, a lot of other people. TikTok especially, there are so many people out there, oh, you just buy my $7 course and now you buy this other course and now you resell this same course. No, that is not what it is like working with me. I have a curriculum and then I take that curriculum and customize it based on the group I am coaching or the individual I am coaching. If you don't need to know about trending audio because you're a master at it, we don't even do that lesson, okay? Yes. Brenda, yes, on TikTok, videos have to be a minute long. That is not true on other platforms, however. Facebook, don't get me started on Facebook. I can only make money one way on Facebook currently because for some reason they sent me an alert that my account is now from an ineligible country. So I can't get paid for ads in Reels. I can't get money from their bonus program. Anyways. Long story short, so I'm only making a little bit of money right now with Facebook, and Meta support for creators sucks. And I can't find anybody to help me. Somebody asked me in a comment, I mentioned right before the TikTok ban of how frustrated I was with Meta because they owed me a large amount of money and they wanted to know how much it was. You want to know how much Facebook owes me? How much Meta owes me from almost 2 years ago? $28,000. Yep. And again, it's a glitch. It's a glitch as far as like they show that I am not the financial manager of my account. So they refuse to talk to me about financial issues and missing payments. But when I ask for like, well, who is listed as the financial manager? Oh, I'm sorry, we can't share that with you. Yeah. Or you submit a ticket and you just get automated responses and you don't even get to talk to a real person. Sorry. Meta, not my favorite. All right, other questions? Thank you all for being here. Again, if I missed you, feel free to repost your question. Yeah, exactly, Brenda. Ouch. Well, and here's it's not like I'm like, oh well, there's 28 grand, it's gone. I was spending so much time. I spent months and weeks and almost a full year fighting and messaging and just trying. That's how bad of an experience it was, and that's how much time I wasted, that it was better for me to walk away from $28,000 that Facebook owed me than to keep trying to fight and troubleshoot. Because I would work with somebody for like 3 months and they're like, okay, we're gonna try this, and they're trying to work with me, and then they would close my support ticket out. I know, Kristen, I am so sorry. You aren't the only one who can barely hear me on Facebook. So anyway, so Meta would close my support ticket out. And then I would create another one and work for weeks and months with somebody else, trying all these things, providing screenshots as proofs, only for the support ticket to be, anyways. When you talk about Meta buying TikTok, I pray to all the social media guys that does not happen. TikTok, something's changed since the shutdown, right? Something is hinky, something is wrong. It makes me very uncomfortable. I don't know what it is, and I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop as far as what changed during the, what was it, like 12-hour shutdown or whatever? Something's different. I don't like it. Yeah, don't like it at all. All right, so let's see. What else do I have on here for questions? Any other questions before I jump on? Okay. Okay. Oh, I got a question today because I mentioned earlier that I have spent hours and hours and hours, what was I going to say? Oh, responding to comments and responding to DMs. And I had to make, is this an AI bot, right? If you don't know, on social media, I'm sure you've seen it before. Let's say it's comment banana bread and I'll send you the banana bread recipe, right? Any of my coaching clients on here, I use banana bread as examples all the time. They're probably chuckling. And then like, it's an automation, right? You put that keyword in the comment, that automation kicks in, and then you get an instant message from me. And it is from me, right? I've put it together, but it's like a half a second later. I used to pay for that service and I am not a fan. I do not use those anymore. I'm not judging people who do. Here's why, as a content creator, I am not a fan of those response bots. Hold on. I am going to miss an opportunity to talk with Kristen, to talk with, who else is here? Brenda and Tara, right? And Julie, right? If I have a bot, there's no personal connection. We talk about in marketing, the know, like, trust pathway, right? These people know and like me, and trust me enough to follow, trust me enough to comment, trust me enough to message me. They don't want a bot responding, right? I want to take the opportunity to acknowledge that I have about 750,000 followers across all my platforms, right? And I want to, that's a great, Cindy from my Facebook people has a great thing here in the chat. If you can't hear me, turn on the closed captioning option. Thank you, Cindy, love that, that's a great tip. Anyways, so yes, 750,000 followers they're a lot, not really. But I want to still get to know you as a person. I still want to be a real person to you. I still want to help. I still want to give you advice. I still want to answer your questions. And you all hate when you have to, like, when you're on a website and it's the AI bot, right? Or you call the pharmacy. I need to talk to a pharmacist. Oh, I'd be with, and then the computer's talking. No, I want to be a real person for you guys, right? So is there anything wrong with them? No. What I tend to do is when I have a video go viral and like I have thousands upon thousands of comments and DMs that I need to respond to, sometimes I will hire my 17-year-old son, my 15-year-old daughter to reply to those. I manage like the DMs. I manage like the the messages more. They manage more the comments. And they're good enough that they know, hey, this is what you need to do. Oftentimes it's, hey, can you send me more information? So they are copying, pasting a message to whoever's looking for that information. So does it take more time? Absolutely. Are you all worth that extra time? Absolutely. I am nothing without the 750,000, there we go, of you all, right? I have no job, I have no income, I have nothing without you guys, okay? So I'm here for you. I was up the past 2 nights, almost till midnight, just responding, talking, chatting, giving advice, answering questions. When someone tells me that, a lot of times I hear in my videos where I am kind of coaching, right? I'm giving you some tips, I'm giving you some advice on how to get started as a content creator. A lot of the comments are like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is so authentic and so real. And I can't believe you're not like trying to sell something. Am I trying to sell something? I mean, if you want my help, I want you to know that I'm a person that is an expert in this and I can help you with that. But am I going to tell you, oh, go to the link in my bio? No, I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to message you. I'm going to mention my coaching, of course, but I'm also going to chat with you for as long as you want. And I'm going to answer all your questions and give you advice. If you ask me, hey, I really don't feel comfortable being on TikTok, we're going to chat about that for a little bit. Hey, I just really don't understand YouTube. We're going to chat about that for a little bit. I'm here to help, especially people that are my age. I'm 52, I mentioned that earlier. There is such a massive gap of 50, 60, 70-year-olds and up, right, on social media. And this is a principle that I teach in my coaching. When we come to social media, we're looking for connection, okay? When you come to social media, you are looking to escape your reality, whatever it is, whether it's stressful, whether it's loud, whether it's whatever. You're just looking to just unplug, right? And you're looking to connect with somebody. And yes, we can watch 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds. I'm sorry, I'm not dissing on any 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds that are on this live. And that's entertaining. But when we're looking for that true connection, we want to see somebody who looks like us, right? Whether that's wrinkles or somebody who's put on extra pounds from menopause, right? Or people who are struggling like us, whether that's, oh my gosh, I cannot believe the price of eggs, or whatever it is, how am I going to pay the bills this month? That type of struggle, right? Or whatever, people who are struggling like us, people who have very similar interests to what we are. So if I can help and empower, especially women that are my age or older, to be brave, to do what I do, I'm all over that, right? And you don't have to pay me for that. I will be your coach if you want me to be your coach, but I am going to follow you. I'm going to engage with your content. I'm going to answer your questions. And I'm going to be cheering for you from my little corner of social media, is what I always tell people, right? You don't have to hire me for me to be able to do that, right? I want to help you however you can. And I hate the scarcity mindset. There is enough social media space for all of us. There is enough social media monetization for all of us. Yeah, come on, do it. And the biggest thing I get for people my age and older is, I'm scared. Girl, I get scared almost every time I do something, right? Especially before getting on live, because I can't edit this. And, I have no control over what people ask, how much I stumble over my words. But here's one thing I've learned in my 52 years. Really amazing things happen when we are willing to do things scared, okay? And willing to fail, willing to say dumb things, willing to make cringy videos that we publish for the world to see forever, willing to let our teenagers laugh at us because, oh, mom, that video was so bad, right? So, exactly, Kathy, right? We have to do things scared. We have to be willing to make that jump. So if you are on here and you are thinking about becoming a content creator and you are wrinkly like me, do it. We need so many more of you on social media. Think about as you are scrolling through your feed, right? How many people do you see with gray hair and wrinkles? We're out there, but we are not even close to what we should be. All right. The other thing I would say is, where was I going? See, gone. It's gone. I'm just reading here a question. All right, so I am in Arizona. How's everything going in LA? I am not in LA. I'm in Arizona, but it's still bad. I mean, I just saw, we travel a lot when we're a big amusement park family, so we go to Six Flags out there, and I know there's been the Hughes fire, I believe. It's not good. The fire situation is not good at all. Let's see if we have any other questions. I didn't realize that Instagram here was not scrolling on its own. All right, TikTok, any other questions? YouTube. Again, if I have missed your question, feel free to put it in there again. Talk about anything in videos. Okay, Lee, so she wants to know if you are going to create content, what should you talk about in your videos? Okay, I went to a TikTok conference October, November. I was so honored. Thank you, TikTok, for inviting me to your Creator Summit. It was amazing. TikTok knows how to throw a party, my friends. They know, everything was so educational, so wonderful, amazing food, amazing drink, killer venue, right? It was so, so good. Now, here's the question that I got asked over and over again at the Creator Summit, the TikTok Creator Summit. What's your niche? Okay, here is what I tell people. Me, I am my niche. My background, I started creating content 17 years ago. I was a food blogger for almost 17 years. I sold that blog last year. But when I started creating content on social, it tells you how old I am. When social media came around, right? And I started posting as my business, as my blog was My Kitchen Escapades. It's still out there if you want to go check it out. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So when social came around and it became obvious that bloggers needed to create channels and promote their blog posts, create their recipes, promote their cookbooks, that you needed to do that. So I was 100% focused on food. That was my niche. You never saw my face. At most, you saw my hands. And it was all food 100% of the time. And I grew and I had some success. It wasn't until I don't want to say let the food go, but I took this very narrow niche and widened it. And now it's like here, right? I'll talk about anything in the world in my content because I'm talking about me and I'm just talking about things in my life, all right? It wasn't until I did this that I found success, like on social, right? That I grew, that I monetized, that I could get my audience to trust me, to believe in the recommendations I was giving you on a product, to sign up for my coaching, right? That is what happens when you step outside your comfort zone. Food was all I knew for so long of my professional life. And it was so scary to step outside that comfort zone, right? And like now it almost makes me a little bit uncomfortable to do food because I don't know, it's just what I did for so long. But yeah, what do you make your videos about? You just talk to your audience like they're your best friend. Right? Share with them the things that you love, right? Oh my goodness, you will not believe this. Oh, I was at Target today and look how cute this mug is, right? It doesn't matter. All that matters is connection, right? You can literally just even do something boring like the weather, right? Here's the other aspect that I teach about niches. Let's say you have a friend, okay? And every time you saw her, she talked about the exact same thing. Let's say it's here we go. Banana bread. I told you I use banana bread as an example all the time. And that is, or bread. Let's make it a little bit broader, right? Or even baking. And that's all she talked about every single time that you saw her, right? It's kind of interesting, but after a while, it gets old, right? You're not really looking forward to seeing that friend. She messages you like, hey, you want to go get lunch? Let's go get coffee. Let's go get drinks this weekend. You're all like, I don't think so. Because you don't want to hear about baking again. That is how I view niches. Are there people who are successful with niches? Absolutely. Does the algorithm like niches? Yes, but it's not the end all be all, okay? If you work with me, I can teach you more about how the algorithm works and how to set up your account and your content so that your content still gets shown even if you do not have a niche, okay? We can get around the algorithm. We cannot get around you being boring and talking about the exact same thing every time you publish a piece of content. I speak from experience, right? So, hello, Susan. Yeah. Totally get that, Kimberly. Cindy says, okay, Cindy, again, my client, she says that it does get easier once you get going and you get past the emotions, right? So definitely. And we talked about this at the beginning. You want to get better at it? You want to feel a little more confident at it? Do it. Just do it and publish it and do it scared, okay? I've been doing this for a long time, like talking face to camera in videos. I can tell, as I'm editing, I can tell if somebody was in the room when I was shooting that piece of content based on how fast I am talking, as well as like how quick I am to like hit the pause button. Hey, Victoria. It is because I am still very self-conscious to shoot content around other people. Shooting content in public, I can do it, but it makes me so self-conscious. Now, you put me in my kitchen, that's where I am. I'm sitting at my island. Put me in my kitchen and I can sit there and do it over and over and over again and like, I didn't like the way that turned out. But put another person in the room and suddenly I am very self-conscious, very self-conscious. That's okay. It's part of it and you get better at it the more that you do it. So, all right, other questions you have for me? Hello. That's right, Jonathan. Jonathan, niches are dead in 20. So this is my 17-year-old son over here on TikTok. And maybe you saw the video. He is a high schooler, but he does online school through Arizona State, through ASU. He does ASU's online high school program. So he's in his room in school when I am coaching in here. And like I have my lines that I say over and over and over again. And one of them is, niches are dead in 2024, or niches are dead in 2025. Anyways, he was mocking me one night when we were sitting on the couch talking, and my husband took out the camera and shot it, and I turned it into a piece of content. So, bye, Penny. Yes, I will publish it on Facebook, so you'll be able to see it. So yeah, don't worry about it. Have a good visit to the doctor. How long have we been doing this? Where's my timer? 45 minutes. Man, you guys are fun to hang out with this afternoon. All right, any other questions? I'm gonna look at my list here, make sure I've gotten all the questions. Hello, YouTube. What do I have here? Reselling group. I'm gonna make sure I have all my questions done. How do I make money? Link to the house. How do I start? I think I've got all my questions. Anything else, guys? Otherwise, we've been hanging out together for 45 minutes. I've got to be honest. I'm a little nervous to open up my comments and DMs on Meta currently right now, just because they are so crazy. I love you all. Thank you for your support, but it is a lot. It is a lot. I hate to complain about that, because when there is a lot, that means my business is doing well, but it's a lot. And I need to hire somebody is what I really need to do. So, all right. Susan says she saw my video about 5 different platforms, and that's what she's working on now. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We talked about that briefly at the beginning, that yes, you should be on all 5 different platforms. And if you don't know how to do that, or what type of accounts to do that or to create, because there are different types of accounts, go watch my video that I posted last week, because it details which type of video or which type of accounts you need on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. Okay. Again, before we go, if anybody knows, you're very welcome. If anybody knows of a service, a third-party service where I can live stream YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok all at the same time, can you message me? Because like, there's a lot of great services out there. There's StreamYard and all those things, but you can have like 2 or 3, and I don't want to pay for multiple streaming services. I want one. I don't think it exists. So I think I'm just going to keep doing my 4 devices all at the same time. All right. I feel bad because so many of you are joining at this right now. Again, questions. Let me know. How's Ollie doing? Ollie is doing amazing. So Ollie, or we call him Mr. Liver, because when he's in trouble, he's Oliver, and we do Mr. Liver. Yeah, I talked about, oh, he has the cone of shame on right now because he won't stop licking his paw. He's trying to eat his lunch. Or drink some water. He can't get to the water and food. Come here, buddy. Let me grab him over here. So this is Ollie with his cone of shame on. And he is, here, I'll take your cone of shame off. He is a service dog. He's 1-year-old Cavapoo puppy. He's a Cavapoo, a Cavalier King Charles Poodle. And he is also a service dog for my 15-year-old daughter, who has some medical issues that she needs a service dog from. Usually he's at school right now, but it wasn't happening today. So he is doing really, really, really well, despite some pushback from certain administration at her school. But yeah, he is crushing it. And you know what? I like to remind people, especially in the school setting, that it's not just Ollie that has to adjust to a full day of high school. I almost said my daughter's name. My daughter needs to adjust to having him there for a full day of high school, because you know, he needs to be there, but she also has to like kind of manage him a little bit, right? And if he's supposed to be under her chair, that's under command. That's where service dogs are supposed to be in a public setting, you know, under a chair so that they're out of the way. You know, but he is one, so occasionally he gets up and goes and sniffs people's backpacks. Anyways, I have to make sure that it's the right balance, that Ollie isn't overwhelmed and becoming a distraction, and I have to make sure that my daughter is able to focus in school, right, and be able to, you know, learn, that he isn't a distraction for her for learning. She had him at school on Wednesday, and she was in math, and you know, she's focused on the test, and she didn't realize that he had gotten up and walked to the other side of the room. He was making friends in math. Like, of course, all these kids want to like pet him, and he's wearing a vest that says, "Please do not pet." So we're like, Micah. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," but she was like so focused on the test. But he is such a good boy. He is such a good boy. I consider him a complete blessing because we got his little sister. I don't know where she is. Hazel, come here, baby girl. We got his little sister about 6 months after we got her. And for as chill and mellow and easy to train as Ollie has been, Hazel is, if you have dogs, you understand, right? Let me go grab her so you guys can see her. Oh, she's eating lunch too. All right, so this is Miss Hazel. She is, believe it or not, his little sister, but I think she's pretty well full grown. She's also a Cavapoo, and isn't she just, we always tease her that you might not be the pretty, or you might not be the smartest young lady, but you're the prettiest. And it'll get you far in this world. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yeah, so this is Hazel, and this is Ollie's little sister. Yeah, I'm like, they are related. So there you go. So how I ended up with 2 puppies, I will never know. All right, last call for questions. I've got to hop off soon. Thank you guys. You guys are so amazing. Again, it's just complete appreciation for the support, complete appreciation that, and understanding that I am nothing without you. So thank you for all the love, all the support, and heck, even the hate sometimes. I always love haters, right? You know, they're like fighting with me, tell me what an idiot I am. I had a video, I posted it on Sunday. 0 intent of being political. 0, nothing. It was like me kind of like looking at the camera like, because TikTok was back, and I'm like, are we just about to get screwed, right? Everybody assumed it was like anti-Trump, right? I had 0 intent of anything with that except being like, what is this gonna be? Like, TikTok, is this you? Are we about to get screwed over? Whatever. Oh my goodness. I received my first death threat as a content creator in that thing. Anyways, but at the same time, keep that hate coming because engagement means I get paid more. And that always pisses people off when I point that out to them, right? So, hey, you want to fight with me? You want to tell me what an idiot I am? Or whatever. No offense to any men that are here, but it tends to be the men. You know, that I don't even have a lady telling me how to do A, B, C, or D, right? Just fill in the blank, right? And I'm just like, oh, thanks so much, little buddy, right? You just helped me earn some more money. Or, you know, go get a real job. I'm like, aw, thanks. You just helped me earn more money at my real job. So, yeah, I kind of have fun playing around with idiots. So, show me Jonathan. Jonathan's at work. I'm so sorry. What time is it? So, Jonathan's maybe I shouldn't say this, but is my 17-year-old son, and he went viral. Geez, when was that, Jonathan? That was when we were still in Minnesota. Like, a video of him went viral. It was before COVID. So it was the fall of 2019. He was putting on a pair of colorblind glasses in the classroom setting. He cried. Anyways, that video was everywhere. And we ended up being on every major news, like being interviewed on every major local cable news channel. We had an appearance on the Kelly Clarkson show. We were on the Dr. Oz show. We were this close to being on the Ellen show. What else were we on? Man, I can't remember. It was so long ago. Anyways, and we raised over $75,000 to buy more colorblind glasses for other colorblind students. And we gave those glasses away. It was an amazing experience. It kind of ended because of COVID. It's like it was going. In fact, Jonathan and I we got invited to be on a reality television show with Disney. And we were going to be doing like an Amazing Race type reality show out in Europe, like doing all these kinds of adventures and things. And we were like, oh, we are huge Amazing Race fans. We're like, this is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be so good, right? And of course it got shut down, and the show never ended up getting made because the production got shut down because of COVID. But an amazing experience. So I do post occasionally little updates about Jonathan because he was 11 at the time. He's now, can that be right? 11 or 12. Anyways, you know, so he's just a little kid and a little bit of a high voice. Well, now he's 17. He's got curly hair, long hair down to here, really deep bass voice. And anytime I show him in a video that, and if people were around back then, they're like, that cannot be Jonathan. So yeah. Susan, do I have a live schedule on here or just pop-ups? I don't have a schedule. I usually announce ahead of time if I'm going to go live, usually about 24 hours before. But I was talking earlier about how like the past 48 hours have been just pure madness because I had a video go viral on Facebook, and I've just been, I mean, literally like 14 hours a day just messaging and talking and chatting with people about my coaching program. So, and I just decided, hey, I'm just going to hop on. It's been a long time, and I had a few minutes. So I hopped on, and here we are 54 minutes later, still chatting with everybody. I love it. If you guys still have questions, I will be here, okay? Thank you all for being here. Any other questions? So anyways, I was starting to tell, somebody asked where Jonathan was. Let me go back here. Did I watch Severance yet? I'm a massive Severance fan, but I haven't watched the episode that was just released last night. Massive Severance fan. I was talking about Jonathan, and someone was like, where's Jonathan? I said he was at work. He got a job. He is I'm going to say this wrong. Jonathan, if you're still on, tell me the name of your title. He's like a lot attendant at a used car lot. So like he literally moves cars. Like if you come and test drive a car, you know, he then takes it and parks it over here, or if they, you know, get a trade in or whatever. Anyways, and he goes and he picks up lunch for the real employees. But he is saving for college. Lot attendant. There you go, Jonathan. I thought I got that right. Yeah, he is going to college next year here in Arizona. He's got a big shout out to Jonathan. He got a full 4-year scholarship to the college he's going to, and he is accepted into the honors program and applying currently for honors scholarships, as well as he's going into, oh, Jonathan, you got to tell me what's the name of your degree. Again, I'm going to wait for him to type it in here. He is going into, he's a massive, no offense, a massive nerd. He loves coding, right? That is his thing. Jonathan, I'm sorry. I don't see your TikToks, Benjamin. Or I don't see your comments. Okay, he is going to immersive media and games. Jonathan or Benjamin, comment again, and I will acknowledge yours as well. I haven't seen your comments, Benjamin. I am so sorry. Yeah, so my son, Jonathan, is going into immersive media and games, which is, you know, a great coding type thing. He's massive. I mean, he taught himself to code from the time he was young. It's just always been his jam. So that's what he's doing. So he's hoping to get some scholarships from there. Yes, is that jet fuel? Yes, I know. I've seen you commenting. I responded to you. Have I seen Severance? I see you. Or is that you? I just realized, is that Benjamin? Is that you? I think it is. Let's see. Any other questions? Come down here. I've only stumbled upon you. Glad to be here. I'm an aspiring creator. I just need your help to start. All right. Absolutely, Claudine. I am here. I went into a lot of detail and a lot of coaching here on this live. So if you missed it, this is going to be reposted in my feed, so you can go back and watch it. You can also message me, and I'm happy to give you some advice and some free coaching. And I also, you know, obviously, you can hire me to be your coach as well. I have group coaching for $59 a week, and I have one-on-one coaching for $129 a week. So message me. I would love to help you. Love to help you. All right. Yeah, okay, I figured it out. Thank you very much. I didn't realize that was you, my sweet child. Let's see what else do I have over here on Instagram. Make sure I haven't missed any. Maybe you know, Benjamin, are there any platforms that I can stream all for? YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook all at the same time. I find like any of the ones that I've looked into can like do 2 or 3, but not all 4. Let me know if you know. Let's see. Hello, welcome. Hello from Texas. Well, Kentucky, it says, hey, hi from Texas, but your username's Kentucky. I lived in Kentucky for about 6 months. That was a long time ago. What was the name of the town? Wherever Toyota is, north of Lexington. We lived there for like 6 months. My husband did an internship for his master's degree with Toyota up there in Lexington, Kentucky. I love Kentucky. Absolutely. Just gorgeous, gorgeous part of the country. Except for the tornadoes. Other things. Hello, YouTube. If you have questions, YouTube, I gotta hop off here soon. I've been saying that, but we're almost up to an hour. You're very welcome, Claudine. Message me and we can chat off of live anytime. And that's true for anybody, right? I'm happy to chat with you guys off of live. Just message me and I am happy to do so. All right, Benjamin, I need you to message me and tell me what that service is, because I have not, after research, have not been able to find that service. All right, I think we're slowing down. The fuel is coming down after an hour. I could do this forever, man. People always ask me, or the comment I get a lot on my videos is, man, I feel like we'd be best friends, right? I wish you lived next door because I feel like we would, we'd really be good friends and hang out together. I gotta tell you, we moved to Arizona 3 years ago, and that is the one thing that is missing for me here yet. I have yet to create that tribe of friends. Heck, even just one friend. I think part of the problem is I have a lot of family here, so I use family for social things. So if you're in the Phoenix Valley and you need a bestie who is ADHD, 52 years old, message me. I don't want it to be creepy, but I need a friend. I need at least one. A friend of mine flew out, Jess, I don't know if you're on, a friend of mine flew out from Minnesota in October, and it's just it just healed a part of my heart to have somebody here to just complain about, to float around in our pool together, to go get drinks, to go shopping, right? All that stuff. Just, it was so good. I miss it. In fact, her and I were supposed to go on vacation together, man, almost a year ago. I'm a big cruiser. And our cruise got canceled because there was an engine problem. Oh, I'm so devastated. All right, bye, Victoria. Thanks so much for going. Let's see, Rose. I asked on Instagram, but is TikTok the best platform for newbies? So you might not have heard me say this before, Rose. You should be on all 5 platforms. There are goods and bads about every single social media platform, okay? And your audience is on all 5 social media platforms. Not saying the same person is on all 5 social media platforms. Different people love different socials for different reasons. So all you have to do is take the time to create accounts on all 5 social media platforms, create one piece of content, and then publish that same piece of content across all 5 platforms, okay? Build your audience where they are at, because if you ask somebody to come find you on YouTube, but they don't use YouTube, that's just not gonna happen, right? Meet them where they're at, nourish that relationship, provide value for them where they're at, respond to comments and all that, okay? It's the best approach to growing. And here's the thing. I can have a video that gets 10 million views on TikTok, and it'll get 1,000 views on on Instagram. It's just different content performs differently on each platform, right? So again, don't miss an opportunity to grow by not being on a platform. Don't miss an opportunity to monetize by not being on a platform. And don't miss out on an opportunity for something to go big and viral, and all of a sudden you wake up to 10,000 new followers because you didn't take that piece of content and publish it everywhere. It's just the way it is. Different algorithms, different audiences, different focuses, but be everywhere, right? Yes. Nice. Gotcha. Thanks, Benjamin. All right. Literally, if you would have told me I would have been on here for over an hour, I would have told you were crazy. Hello. Thank you. Okay, last scroll for questions. I don't know what you're talking about, Benjamin. My son is sending me text messages and not in the comments section. So I'm trying to manage all these things. So there's 5 forms of communication. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Yeah, questions? Again, message me, comment, whatever, and I will get back to you. Okay, now I have to turn off 4 at the same time. Who wants to go first? We're going to start with YouTube. It's not that I don't love you. Bye. See you next time. End. All right, who's next?